over 6 weeks. Samira Hussain with our partners at BBC News brings us more from northern India.
There are millions and millions of people that have come to this Hindu religious festival, and thousands of them are actually sleeping right along the riverbanks, extending as far back as you can see. The trouble happened when there was a surge of people who went to a particular point to try and take a dip in the holy waters. Well, as they were coming in and out, they inevitably got tripped up on the people that were sleeping along the banks, and those individuals got trampled on. We saw stretchers being taken in and taken out with bodies. We saw dozens and dozens of ambulances taking away the injured. Now, there are going to be a lot of questions for authorities, but they will challenge and say, look, we had set up 2,700 cameras, not just here at this location, but throughout the city to try and monitor any potential bottlenecks to try and disperse crowds. But it's clear that something went wrong, and there are certainly going to be quite a few questions being asked. Back to you.
Samira Hussain, thank you for that. President Trump's crackdown on undocumented immigrants continues as ICE carries out raids in major cities across the country. One man from Florida is pleading with the president to let his Venezuelan wife stay in the U.S. after she was detained.
I get a chance to talk to you, man. Yo, please, man, let's work something out. So, you, man, let me keep my wife here in the United States, man. She deserves to be here, man.
Let's bring in CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camila Montoya Galvez for more on this. Camila, you frequently break headlines on this topic, and I know that you reported that the U.S. military now is allowing ICE to use a base in Aurora, Colorado, to help as part of this efforts to continue raids in that state. What more do we know about that?
Well, as you know, Errol, ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, has been ramping up enforcement operations to arrest unauthorized immigrants across the U.S., mainly targeting sanctuary jurisdictions across the country. But the agency, Errol, is quickly running out of space to hold these immigrants awaiting deportation. Congress only allocated 41,000 beds for ICE. That is not nearly enough to detain everyone the agency is currently arresting on a daily basis. And so now the administration is turning to the Department of Defense, Errol, to expand migrant holding capacity dramatically. We just learned that the U.S. military, the Pentagon, has allowed ICE to use a base in Aurora, Colorado to hold migrants with criminal records who are going to be arrested in an expected operation in that region. We understand that the military will not be directly overseeing the